Hello, welcome to the vlog. It is Sunday, August 31st. I can't believe it's already the end of August. It seriously feels like we just moved here. I actually feel like I've been here for a long time. But at the same time, I can't believe that it's only been 5 months since we moved to Arizona, which is wild. I thought I would sit down with you and do a favorites video today. I love watching favorites videos, and I thought it would be fun to kind of switch up my usual day in the life, week in my life vlog and do more of a sit down style. I thought we would sit in front of Bear's little memorial. I have a decent bit of stuff, mostly food. So we're gonna go ahead and start with food, drinks, and supplements. I will link everything in the caption in case you are interested in trying anything. None of this is sponsored. I bought all of this myself. But yeah, let's get into it. Starting off the food category, we have a little trio. So I will start with this Kodiak protein-packed granola. This is the cookie butter granola. The cookie butter is the best flavor. So they have 3 different flavors. They have a chocolate, they have the cookie butter, and they just have like an oats one, kind of like a oats and honey type deal. The cookie butter is the best. I buy this every single week. The macros on it for granola are awesome. So a serving is 2/3 of a cup. It's 9 fat, 31 carbs, 7 fiber, and 17 grams of protein. That's 270 calories. Fire. Delicious. I originally found this at Target, I want to say. And this was before we even moved. But the trio is about to come out in a sec. So firstly, we got this Kodiak cookie butter protein granola. Then we got the Catalina Crunch protein cereal. They did change the formulation of this, which it's a little bit different. I did notice a difference, but I love this stuff. The cinnamon toast is delicious. It's these little tiny squares. Oh, if you can see that. For a half cup, it's 5 fat, 14 carb, 9 fiber, and 11 protein. So it's 110 calories. It's super, super, super crunchy. I find that it's best to kind of let it sit in milk for a couple minutes. But it's so good. I would say it maybe has a very slight aftertaste. It has stevia. It's the 3rd to last ingredient, so it's not strong. I personally hate stevia. I think it's disgusting. I hate the aftertaste. I don't use Truvia. I don't use stevia. It's gross. But you can't taste it a whole lot in this. I think that's because it also uses monk fruit extract. But this plus the granola in protein shake, as in like a protein cereal. I use this Nugo Nutrition vanilla protein. Finding vegan protein that's actually good is very difficult. I think it's even harder to find good vanilla vegan protein than chocolate. This I'm really, really impressed. So I do have a link with Nugo. This isn't sponsored. I genuinely am really, really impressed with this protein. But if you're interested in trying that, I'll put my link in the description box below. They have the vanilla here, and then they also have a chocolate. The thing that I think is hard about vegan protein is, one, the texture is oftentimes disgusting. And then I don't know why with vanilla vegan protein, they feel the need to make it so sickeningly sweet. But this does not taste fake. The texture is fantastic. This blends into milk really, really, really well. It doesn't make milk really thick, which I feel like a lot of vegan proteins, if you're mixing it in milk, it just gets so thick you have to add like an absurd amount of milk. This does not do that. It's really creamy and the vanilla taste is there, but it's not extremely sweet. A serving is 2 scoops. It's 130 calories, 3.5 fat, 7 grams of carbs, 3 fiber, and 20 grams of protein. It's made with pea protein. And then there's no artificial sweeteners. Absolutely delicious. So the trio is this. I usually mix it in almond milk, but whatever milk you like. I do a scoop of this in almond milk along with the Kodiak protein granola and the Catalina Crunch cereal. Ugh, it is so good. It is delicious. I usually will have it right when I get back from the gym. But I even craved it to the point where I've had it for lunch. I think I said that in the vlog a few weeks ago. So that is the first thing. Next in the food category, we have these drumroll mini muffins. The blueberry mini muffins are my favorite. I've had these and the chocolate. The chocolate ones are good, but the blueberry is just It's delicious. 3 come in a pack, and I'm going to show you this set because I'm actually going to eat one. There's 4 grams of prebiotic fiber in this, which is really neat. They are plant-based. They're also gluten-free, macro-wise. Now, this is for the whole pack. So 3 muffins. It's 9 fat, 24 carbs, 4 fiber, and 10 protein. They remind me a lot of those little mini muffins that would come in the packs that you'd eat as a kid. I forget what the brand is of those, but that's what these remind me of. They're just these cute little muffins. I mean, that's adorable. Let me get closer. Ugh. It's hard to get out of this thing. The texture is really good. They are incredibly moist. Like, I was blown away the first time I tried these. They don't taste like they're gluten-free, which I'm not gluten-free, but I have had gluten-free foods, and I feel like some of them, especially baked goods, like the texture is off. Not these. Or so good. All right, next up is a beverage. So the Can Euphorics drinks, which I put in the vlog last week. I'm hooked. I've been buying these every week. They come in packs of 4, but they sell singles at Sprouts. I usually get 2 of the Kin Bloom and then 2 of the Lightweight. These are supposed to be more for like daytime, essentially, and then these are supposed to be more for nighttime. But I really enjoy them instead of having like an alcoholic drink. They don't make me really feel any different, honestly. The cashier, when I was checking out for the first time I got these, was like, oh, they don't make you feel intoxicated, but you feel really good. I don't know if I feel any different, but I like that you can tell they're a functional beverage. Like, that's what it says they are, and that's what they taste like. I do feel like this one does help me relax a little bit more, and I think that's because of the reishi mushroom in it, which eases stress, L-theanine, it says balance for mind and body, and then L-tryptophan, which supports serotonin. It's a lavender vanilla flavor, and you can really taste the vanilla in this one. And then the Kin Bloom. This one is summer strawberry, barrel oak, and rosemary citrus. I feel like it's just like floral and herby. So love these for a little special treat, like after the pool or before bed or something like that. All right, then we're gonna get more into like supplements. Driven Nutrition R&R. It's their rest and recovery supplement. I take 2 of these before bed, and they have made a significant difference in my quality of sleep, being able to stay asleep or like go back to sleep easily if I wake up during the night. And I truly feel like they do help to aid my rest and recovery, which is what they're called. They are out of stock on the website right now. I actually got a subscription for these because I love them that much. And they're out of stock on the website right now, but I'm sure they'll come back in stock at some point. But the main ingredients are magnesium, zinc, ashwagandha root extract. It says KSM66, L-theanine, lemon balm extract, and apigenin. I think that's how you say that. I swear by these. And then last for the food, drink, and supplement category, I have Element and creatine. I had to put these together because I literally mix them together when I have them. I have a maybe 32 ounce Stanley, and I will fill that with water, ice, and then do a pack of the raspberry Element and a scoop of creatine every day. This has been crucial for summer, especially the elements. We're in Arizona and it gets up to like 117 degrees, I think was the hottest here this summer. And if you're outside, like I like to go out by the pool a lot on the weekends, and you don't really sweat, but that doesn't mean you're not losing water because it just evaporates. And then, of course, we're really active on top of that. When we first moved out here, I was getting injured a lot more often at the gym, and I couldn't place why because my sleep was pretty good. Like, nothing was really changing in terms of how I was training or my diet. But I definitely was not getting enough water, and I just wasn't getting enough electrolytes because I wasn't using any. We started getting elements as soon as we moved out here. They've made a really big difference in mostly just preventing injury in the gym because I'm actually more hydrated. So this creatine I just get off of Amazon, the NutriCost Performance. I like this one because it comes with a little scooper, which is 5 grams, and a serving is 5 grams. Now that's dependent on body weight, so if you're like a 300-pound guy, like you're probably going to need more than 5 grams of creatine a day. But it's just creatine monohydrate. It's unflavored, and it's like $16. So really cheap. This is one of the most well-studied supplements that you could get. Highly recommend creatine, and then I like to mix it with this. All right, that is it for food, beverage, and supplements. So we're going to move on to beauty. First up with beauty, we're going to go with a hair product. So this is the Pureology Hydrate Shampoo and Conditioner. I was using Verb Ghost shampoo and conditioner for the longest time, but I felt like it was not hydrating enough for my hair, especially out here in Arizona. So I switched to this. Yes, I feel like my hair feels really good from this, and it is definitely more hydrating. But the biggest thing for me, this smells incredible. The shampoo is more like, I don't know if I can really place the smell. It smells high end, which it is. It smells very luxurious, but the conditioner smells like eucalyptus. Oh my gosh, it smells incredible. And what I love about it is if you, like, say you wash your hair and then you put your hair up the next day and take it down, you're just surrounded by the smell of this conditioner. The scent like lingers, but I do feel like it's also made a big difference for my hair and like how hydrated it is out here. So I love this guy. Next up, we got sunscreen. This is the Kosas Dream Beam Comfy Smooth Sunscreen. It's SPF 40. And what I love about this is that it's not so like dewy glowy. I naturally have pretty oily skin, and I've tried to get into the whole dewy thing, but it's just not for me. I don't like looking and feeling like an oil slick. It's not my thing. So this, it's not matte, but it's a very natural finish, which is what I like. It is a mineral sunscreen. It has peptides, ceramides, hyaluronic acid. The active ingredient is zinc oxide. This is not the tinted one. This is just like the normal non-tinted. It does have kind of a peachy color to it when you put it on. There's no white cast at all, but I think that the peachy color in it helps to kind of like neutralize how it looks on your skin. It's thick. It works really well. This is what I'm using if I go out by the pool. Now, I always have a hat on and sunglasses, but I mean, at least like this part, like from my cheekbones down, is in the sun sometimes if I'm like laying on my floaty reading a book and I've not gotten burnt yet. Knock on wood. So absolutely love this sunscreen, especially if you're not one for like the super dewy, super glowy look. This just helps your skin look really natural and like, yeah, it looks natural. Another Kosas product, the Revealer Extra Bright Serum Powered Color Corrector. I got the shade Magic. I think that this is the lightest one that they have, but I've been really impressed by this. I will say my only thing is that if your under eyes are not super hydrated and like you didn't do skincare beforehand, you can tell. It really picks up like flakes. I don't like to say flakes, but like if I didn't exfoliate my skin, this will pick that up and it doesn't lay right. But if I exfoliate a little bit more, I've been exfoliating once a week with the Tula sugar scrub. If I use that and I do my skincare beforehand, this looks beautiful and it does such a good job at covering my dark under eyes. I think it's because of my complexion. Like I'm very fair and I have very, very purple blue under eyes, which drives me crazy. I typically don't wear a ton of makeup, especially to work, but I don't want to look like I got punched in the face. So I tried this and I'm really, really enjoying it so far. I've had this for about a month. I use it almost every day. Sometimes I don't put concealer over it. I know that this is for under their concealer. I also don't use their concealer. I've tried it and it doesn't match my like skin. I couldn't find a shade that matched. But anyway, this does a really good job at helping to like color correct my dark under eyes, and it just makes me look really bright and refreshed, and I've been very impressed. So last makeup item is the e.l.f. Holy Strokes Micro Fine Brow Pen. This is in the shade Neutral Brown. I have trouble finding shades that match my eyebrows really well because my eyebrows are more cool toned, and I find that a lot of eyebrow pencils and pens are more warm toned. And even like the ash brown colors will have a little bit of red in them, like they'll pick up red. And I have no red in my brows or on my head. So any of the warm shades don't work for me. I found this at Target and I thought that I would give it a try because I was using the Anastasia brow pen, but I felt like it was a little bit too dark. I had my hair a little bit darker last winter and it was a little bit better, but still sometimes I look like a crazy person. So I tried this out and I was really, really impressed with the color shade. My only thing with this, I was having to store it like upside down because after the first couple strokes, the color would not stay in the tip of the pen. This is what the tip of the pen looks like. And the color was not staying in here. So I would do a couple strokes and then no color would be coming out. So I would have to keep shaking it and then store it upside down. But once I had it for a little bit longer, now even if I don't store it upside down, I still typically do. But if I forget and just throw it in my makeup drawer, it's fine. It still has the color in it. But I love the shade match enough and the way that it glides on that it became a favorite. And I would definitely be repurchasing this when it runs out. All right, I got two more in the beauty category. This next one is from Trader Joe's. It is their moisturizing cream shave with aloe vera and vitamin E. It's the honey mango scent. I honestly only got it because I needed more shaving cream and this was cheaper than like shaving cream at the normal grocery store. But I was really impressed and this is probably the only thing I'm going to get from now on for shaving cream. It's not like a traditional shaving cream I feel like is very like whipped. This is not like that. It's almost like lotion, but it's really thick and it is super moisturizing and it just, the razor glides really, really nicely along my legs. So moisturizing cream shade from Trader Joe's. And then last but not least in the beauty category, we have this Aveeno Eczema Therapy Daily Moisturizing Cream. Now I realize that this might be a very niche item, but you know, maybe there's somebody watching this who has eczema. So I have eczema on one finger. I literally have it just on my middle finger on my right hand. I think it's pronounced dishydrotic eczema. So I don't know what caused it. They say that like irritants can cause it, but literally nothing changed. It just popped up one day when I was living in Maryland. I want to say almost a year ago at this point, like October, November. I had never had issues with eczema really. And now if my skin is really dry, it will come and go. I'm a physical therapist, so I use hand sanitizer a lot and I wash my hands a lot at work. And the more I wash my hands and the more I use hand sanitizer, the worse the eczema gets, which is extremely frustrating. I didn't really want to use topical steroids, and that's like one of the only things that they'll do if you go to like a dermatologist. And I actually went and he offered topical steroids, which I did not pick up from the pharmacy just because that's something that I didn't want to use because of like the potential side effects from them. So I found this Aveeno Eczema Therapy lotion and it has been a lifesaver. It's steroid free, it's fragrance free, it's accepted by the National Eczema Foundation. It's a mix of colloidal oatmeal and ceramide. And it's like thick, but it rubs in really well. So I use it every night before I go to bed. And then before I go to work, I'll like put a little bit extra on my darn finger. So if you're dealing with eczema, I think it happens most on hands and feet. But if you're dealing with that, this has been a lifesaver, so I could not recommend this enough. That is it for the beauty category. The last category I have for you is just miscellaneous. We'll start out with a little bit of activewear. First is the Petula tennis tank. I got these in every color. I originally only got blue, yellow, and green, but I actually went back and got the black because of how much I like this. I typically go medium in their tops. I could even go large in this just because like my hips are a little bit wider set, but my waist is really narrow and I find that it like flips up a lot in my waist because it's a little bit snug. But aside from that, I absolutely love these. I like the subtle V. It gives me just like the tiniest bit of cleavage, which is really nice. They are super comfy and I just think the colors are beautiful. Like this butter yellow is stunning. Again, this is not sponsored, but Petula, if you want to sponsor me, if anyone from Petula is watching this, I would happily accept that. Petula is pretty much all that I wear in terms of activewear. My shorts are actually from Petula. But anyway, moving on. Another Petula item. These are the right track pants. This was in the same launch as the tennis tank, actually. I got these in 3 colors as well. I have the gray, the blue, and the green because I can wear them to work. But these are so incredibly comfortable and they are super light. Like the material is so light that even if it's 110 degrees here, I can still wear these and be comfortable. I think I got a small. Yeah, I got a small 29-inch. Could have done medium, but the small was fine. I'm not sure if these are still in stock on the website, but if they restock or come back more of these, 10 out of 10 recommend these right track pants. These are going to be a staple through winter here and everything. So next up is these crazy yoga or CRZ yoga shorts. I'm definitely late to the game in these, but I only have 2 pairs and I wish that I had more. I wear these almost every week. Just out running errands. I do wear them to the gym occasionally, but I'm more of like a spandex shorts girl versus like short shorts in the gym. But they have a nice slit up the side here, and then they do have like the built-in briefs, which is really nice. But I just love the way that these cut high on the leg and they make my legs look. I have a medium. These are the mid-rise, so they sit like right below my belly button, but I think these are really affordable and I will definitely be getting these in a ton more colors. Next, I have my gym tripod. Hello, welcome back. My camera overheated. That's a bummer. But anyway, gym tripod. Filming in the gym is one of the most like awkward things ever. And I don't want to carry around a giant tripod everywhere. So I have this small little gym bag and this cute small little collapsible tripod to put in it. It just looks like this. It fits right in my gym bag. But you push the bottom and then whew, it's really, really tall. And then this little guy you can move to be either horizontal or vertical. So whether I'm filming for a vlog or for Instagram, I can move this thing however I need it. And then it just collapses right back up and I can put it back in my gym bag. So I like that it's really compact. It comes with this little remote thingy on it, which fell off and I think is like in the bottom of my gym bag. I don't use that part. But yeah, this was an awesome investment. I just got it on Amazon, but I'll go ahead and link it below. Love this guy if you want just a really compact, like easy, kind of inconspicuous little tripod for out and about. All right, next up, this Caraway pan. Now, I have had this for longer than a month. I actually got this for Christmas this past year, so it's been a little while, but I think we've used this more in August than I've ever used it before. And now after having it for 9 months, I don't think I can ever go back to a different brand of pan. This is a Caraway. They're, what is it technically? It's not a Dutch oven. I think it's 8 quarts, perhaps. I'll look it up exactly, but this pan, this is my first thing from Caraway, and it is truly amazing. Even after using it, like sometimes we'll use it multiple times in a week, and it is still perfectly nonstick. It is so easy to clean. It heats evenly. It's the perfect size. I think it's really pretty to have like in the cabinet or up on the stove. Like it's just a very aesthetic dish. I love this Caraway pan. I'm 100% asking for more of these for Christmas. Maybe not this exact one. I don't need more than one, but just different size pans and things. I seriously cannot go back. So Caraway pan. And my last 2 things are coffee items. So the first one is this cold brew coffee maker. Now, this is the item that I was gifted from Trade. I do have a code with Trade. It's code Maddie at drinktrade.com for 10% off of your first month's subscription of coffee beans. But this cold brew maker itself, I've never made cold brew. I typically go for either hot lattes or iced lattes or just like a regular drip coffee. But when they sent me this and they sent me some cold brew beans, I started making cold brew and now it's a weekly staple. I love it. Nick really loves it. And it's so easy. I mean, you grind the beans up, put 80 grams in the little filter that comes in this, and fill it with filtered water. And then I leave it out overnight on the counter for 12 hours and you have cold brew. Like, it is so simple. You don't have to think about it. It's quick and it's absolutely delicious. So I know you can get some on Amazon too. This one from Trade is like 30 bucks. It's a really good price. And I don't think we can go back. Now we'll be making cold brew from now on. So I still do my iced lattes and things, but for the afternoons especially, it's just so easy to like grab the cold brew out of the fridge and pour a cup of coffee. And then last but not least, speaking of coffee, I do not have the actual bag because I am out of the beans themselves and I threw the bag away. But Cartel Coffee Company, I did look. You can buy their beans online. They have a coffee shop in Scottsdale called Cartel. Their beans are incredible. They are the best beans that I've had. The more I learn about coffee and the more that I perfect brewing espresso, and these are specifically for like espresso, or at least that's what I'm using them for. But it was the Guatemala Hambura roast, their light roast. The notes were Coca-Cola and cinnamon bun. Oh my goodness gracious. They weren't super bitter. They weren't super acidic. I don't know. It was just so easy to get the perfect amount and the perfect flavor from those specific beans. I will say I looked on their website and I could not find them. But I'll just put their website in general. I've tried a couple of their beans and they're amazing. They're the best beans that I've ever had. So Cartel Roasting Company. That is all that I have for you today for this month's favorites video. I hope that you enjoyed this kind of more sit down style video, just like chatty, going over some of my favorite things from the month. If there is anything in particular you would like to see, please let me know. And otherwise, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm really excited to show you guys more of my life and do more videos like this and just bring you along with me. So thank you so much. Have a great day and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.